Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 39 of Xenonauts. We are in yet another alien base. It seems to be all we have been doing for quite the last few missions, but these alien bases really do pop up quite often. The one we did a couple of videos ago was in the southern part of Africa, which even though we did seem to capture Andron Commander, apparently you can't capture Androns even though you can knock them out with a electro-shock grenade, which is a bit of a shame. We are now in an alien base with Sebillians and Reapers, unfortunately. We've killed a few Reapers. Luckily, we don't really need any Reapers for research. We've already got a live one, so we are literally going to be attempting to get ourselves the alien leader. And we do know that there is one present. We are going to have to be careful, but we definitely want to try and take out the leader if we can. Moving Stephen up a little bit. We do have to be very, very careful here. We don't want Stephen to get taken by surprise. We are going to check out this transporter room because I want to know where it leads to. Okay, so we've discovered where the transporter room goes. The transporter room has a locked door, and that locked door leads onto this corridor, which is connected here. So I think that that's actually quite safe. I don't believe that we actually need to worry about this transporter room, because there's nothing in there and nothing can get in there. Also, the power source room is secure as well. Obviously, there is a little air vent here that we could blow out with explosives that leads in this direction, which means either the radar room or the main command room is probably over here somewhere. Though more than likely, this corridor is going to turn right and double back in this direction. We also need to clear these rooms over here, which we've got to be very, very careful about because we don't have an awful lot of men over on this side. Obviously, we've got another one of those things we can blow up. This room here is probably the radar room, which means the command room is probably in this direction, which would make a little bit more sense. I really don't like these types of rooms. They do have a lot of cover, which is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but there's also so many places where the aliens can hide, and given the fact that we already know that there are Reapers on this mission, and that we've already encountered several of them, if there's one thing I don't want to do, it's run into a Reaper. So I'm really trying my best to check all of my corners and make sure that we're not going to get taken by surprise. I've already had a couple of instances where we thought we were clear, and then all of a sudden a Reaper just appears right in front of you, and that's a really bad thing to happen. I guess we can start to move Garrett up now. We will have more of a look around this corner on a subsequent turn, but I don't think we need to do that now. So let's just end the turn. There's nothing that says we have to rush. There's no time limit, so I know it's not the most fun thing to watch in the world when I'm only moving a few steps at a time, but I'm actually going to tell Stephen to walk around this because it can be used as cover, but Stephen just tends to steamroll through it and destroy it, so I prefer that not to happen. Okay, hello there, Mr. Sebillian, who isn't the commander, but we're going to rip you to pieces anyway. So we do have a door that leads over in this direction. That is definitely not the command room because the command room has 2 yellow bars on the door. We will go and check that out later. I think we can probably now move some people into better cover. Maybe we can actually put Garrett behind this piece of cover. He can see down that corridor quite nicely as well. Doesn't give us a lot of decent cover for anybody else, but let's get people stacked up behind the door because we know we are quite safe here. And of course, we are going to have Spencer who can come back to the front lines. You don't have an awful lot of movement, but at least you can get back. So that's fine. He is going to be okay. Let's use Bobby just to scout around over here a little more. Make sure there's nothing creepy or crawly hiding behind any of these walls. And would you know it, there is. We have found ourselves another Sebillian. 56% chance to hit, 32 time units. You can afford to crouch. Gives you a 67% chance to hit. You take the shot, you get the hit. You don't get the kill, unfortunately. Now, would Astron have a shot from anywhere over here? Possibly. Not confirmed. No, you've got a bit of stuff in your way. How about if you moved over here? Still stuff in your way. If you move forwards one. Yeah, wherever you go, you're blocked by something, aren't you? That's not fantastic. Okay, so let's not worry too much about Astron. What about if we use Ben? What do you need to fire? 28 time units. So if we move you up to here, And you have a 61% chance to hit. If we crouch you down... Can we actually move you any closer? 26 time units, 30 time units, and you need 29. Okay. So, 28 time units, you have 30. But a 78% chance to hit. Let's take it. There we go. It's actually dead. We do have to be careful now because we've got the problem of this corridor. Let's put Shadowhawk down here staring straight down it. If anything comes after it, hopefully we will remove it. You don't have enough time units to get out of the way in any direction, which absolutely sucks. But we can start to move Astron up a little bit as well. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the move that those guys have made. There's not an awful lot else they can do. Let's go ahead and end the turn again. Like I said, baby steps is all you really need to take on these missions. You don't really want to lose too many people. It's a little bit risky. Let's have a look down this corridor. We can see ourselves another Sebillian. This guy definitely isn't the leader, so let's try and take him out if we can. And we do that with great efficiency, so let's get back into cover. So we know that this door goes into the teleport room. That should be safe. We do have these two doors on the left-hand side that we are going to need to check out, though. I'm going to get Missy up around this corner. Haven't seen anything come out of this door yet, and to be honest, I'm hoping that nothing does. We are going to put the commander around here. A little bit risky because she doesn't have a lot of cover, but she would have a shot at that door if anything came through it. I realise now that I already ended the turn and then just moved two people, but that's not the end of the world, so... Let's just have a quick look. That corridor still seems clear. Let us use Missy just to open this door and see what we can see. Yep, as I suspected, this is the radar room. Checking all the corners, the radar room appears to be clear. There's not usually aliens in there. There is very occasionally, but I think that we are safe for now on that one. We can send Stephen up a little bit further just so he can sort of get some peripheral vision into these side rooms. So it looks like we've got a lab here. Both of these doors probably lead into the lab. This door probably leads towards the command room. I'm not going to risk Stephen right now, so I am going to pull him back a little bit to the middle of the corridor. The reason for that is it still potentially gives Garrett an opportunity to snipe up there. In fact, I'm actually going to move Garrett further forwards. I don't really think he has a good angle from there anyway, so we should be fine. More importantly, we do need to move you up, of course, because you're going to take a little while to get to the front. So, all in all, things not going too bad. Of course, we've got this this little problem up here because we simply don't know what we've got around. We also need some people to reload as well. So, I think we're going to have a turn of reloading because why not? And just get everybody... queued up to breach this room when we need to. So let's go ahead and end the turn. I still hear the occasional door opening and closing. Not an awful lot going on, but it's enough to make me not want to just sort of run forwards with little regard for my own safety. Again, just checking the corners. We can always retreat out. Sometimes it's better to have a look, realise there's nothing there, and then come back. Okay, you can't see anything around that side. You also don't have a lot of time units to get back, which is a shame. So, let's just get some people around here in case anything should show up that we need to take a shot or 5 at. Yeah, you can potentially come over here as well and take a knee. And let's just get Shadowhawk up behind that corner, so he might have a line of sight should something arrive. Okay, time to have another little look out down this corridor with Stephen. And we actually find 2 Sebillians at the top of the corridor again. Neither of these are leaders, so let's go ahead and take the shots. We actually killed one and suppressed the other, which is probably the best result we could have hoped for. That has put Stephen out of ammunition. He does have enough movement. No. That was stupid. I was trying to move him out of the way because I didn't want him to get shot in the back accidentally by Garrett. And in doing so, I've actually lost line of sight. That was a very, very silly maneuver to make. So I'm actually quite disappointed with myself for doing that one. I think he's on this spot here. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I could fire blind down at that square. Let's do it. Ah, we actually got the kill. Luckily I remembered what square he was on, which is good because now Garrett can't crouch and doesn't have any time units remaining. So let's hope he manages to survive. The commander, you can move forwards a little bit. You're not doing an awful lot there. You can move forwards into this cover. We'll end the turn. So that's good. We've got another couple of dead aliens. We still need to find the command room. We still need to attempt to take the commander alive, or the leader as it will probably be this time around. We still need to take the leader alive. I am taking nothing for granted. I'm checking every single one of these corners. I'm also going to try and keep my soldiers in some sort of cover before attempting to go and open this door. In fact, you're probably alright just being at the side of the door. Being very careful where I click here, because there's been so many times where I've accidentally opened the door when I haven't wanted to. I've right-clicked to turn my soldier to face in a specific direction, and inadvertently right-clicked on the door. So, being very, very careful not to do that this time around, which is why I'm clicking miles away from my soldiers when I put them into position. You are going to need to reload. Nothing else you can do. We can't see anybody else, so let's just move Garrett out of the way. Let's end the turn. I appreciate that I'm being very, very cautious here, but I really, really want to capture this alien alive, because the point is, if we don't manage to capture this alien alive and it takes a while for us to get an alien base mission, which I'm sure it won't, because we seem to get like so many of them so quickly, but I don't want to end up in a position where we're waiting for sort of in-game months and months and months in order to be able to do that. So we have there's the door to the command room. So I think what it's probably going to be safe to do is move people into the lab. Doesn't look like there are any aliens in here. There is another door. I wonder where that leads to. So we're probably going to have to come around in here and have a look, which we probably will do. Let's move some people into cover. There's nothing to say we can't go through and have a look. I don't expect any problems to come through that door, so we should be okay there. Let's get everybody else moved into a relative good position. I think we'll have you sort of outside the door watching down the corridor, just in case anything does come out of the door. Now, you guys need to get to opening this door. We can't see anything down this corridor, which is good. And this corridor leads to the command room. So let's move some people forward. Nothing's come out of the command room yet. Obviously, we don't... There's two things we don't want to happen. We don't want the aliens to come out of the command room and shoot us in the face. And secondly, we don't want the aliens to come out of the command room and us to accidentally shoot them in the face, because we would like to capture the commander alive if possible. Let's end the turn here. There could still be Reapers around, of course. That is a possibility that we must consider, especially as there seems to be a couple of extra rooms remaining. Okay, so this is interesting. We actually have a room here with a Sebillian in. Wasn't expecting that. How much do you need to fire? You need 52, and it would cost you 47 to get to there. It would only cost you 52 to get here, though. So let's go ahead and eradicate you if we can. We didn't get the kill. We did suppress him, though. Could you hit him? Do you have any chance whatsoever? You're only going to get a 27 time unit shot. And you only have 35 time units. Could you move anywhere and take a better shot? Probably not. He is suppressed though, so let's just get there and crouch down. Could anybody else move in and take a shot? Missy, you need 28 for a snap. You could probably get damn close. 67% chance to kill it. Thank you, Missy. At least this room is relatively... it's a strange room. I don't think I've ever seen a room on an alien base that's just been a single room only connected up by an air vent. There doesn't appear to be a lot of strategic reason for that to be there, but that's fine. We can leave that as it is. I'm a little bit reluctant to move anybody else up on this turn, so let's just go ahead and end the turn and see what happens. We need to start moving people up into more sensible positions. So I think we're going to try and get people up towards this door. Gives us vision on the rest of this room, so we know with certainty that this room behind us is clear. And I do believe that we've swept the rooms in such a way that we can be relatively certain that all of the rooms are empty apart from the command room, because that's the only room that we haven't been into at this point. So let's go ahead and get everybody in position. Not a huge number of time units left with people at this point. So, well, there are a few people that have got some left, but it's going to take a while to move these guys up to the front. So we'll have to do that over the next couple of turns and get everybody stacked outside of the door. Just having a think, I don't really think there's anything else that I can do at this point. I could start to move this group closer, but it is risky if the door opens. So let's go ahead and end the turn. Okay, now we do have to start moving people up. We are going to have to breach through this door within the next couple of turns. We pretty much know that all the other aliens are dead. I don't know how many people are left in the command room. I am going to send Stephen in first, mainly because he's a little bit of a meat shield, and I'd prefer... If anybody opens the door, I'd prefer them to shoot at Stephen and not at anybody else. I also don't want to lose my commander, so I'm going to put the commander behind Stephen. There's also the worry, of course, that you can get into a position where you end up with people kind of getting stuck in the doorway and almost tripping over each other, and that isn't something that we want to happen either. Let us move Spencer up. He's not a great deal of use sometimes with his low movement and his low hit points, but... Let's end the turn. Will they open the door? They seem to have this sixth sense for when you're outside. But this time around they haven't. Let's go a knock in. And I believe that's our commander right there. So let's take everybody who has one of these grenades. And just go and get in his face. I'm just trying to look around in several directions because I want to see who or what else is about. So let us go in here. You don't have a particularly good chance to hit some of these spots. 71% chance to land one there. Did 26. He's also got one of those annoying blaster things as well, so we do have to be careful. Just checking the other directions as well. Almost certain that that is our guy, so trying to be very, very careful here. So I'm going to dump as many of these grenades on him as I can. 71% chance to hit there. Again, still didn't get the kill. Don't really want to turn my back on him, but we are going to take an awful lot of shots at this guy trying to take him down, I think. So, you have one... You have a 70% chance to land it right on his face, and it lands. Well, at least he's suppressed, even if he isn't dead. Let's move you out of the way as well. Who do we have here? Bobby, you're going to get the next attempt on him. You have a 62% chance. That's not very good. However, it did land. He's still suppressed. It hasn't actually given you the kill, which is a bit of a pain. Let's get you out of the way. Let's get our next contender in. Okay, Ben, what are your chances? You have a 70% chance right on the nose. It's landed right between his feet, and he is down. Okay, we've got the leader down. That is the probable single most important thing here. Well, we do want everybody else to stay alive. That's also quite an important thing here. I am going to move Stephen in a little bit further, simply because he will have some reaction fire left, and I'm going to move other people up. Don't know what's left in here. Let's end the turn and cross absolutely everything. Yep, we've got a Sebillian. He's actually throwing a grenade. Okay, that grenade's done a bit of damage to a few people, but it didn't actually kill anybody. What I am hoping is that grenade didn't kill the commander, because that will be the leader. That would be really annoying if it has. We have a Sebillian leader, and he is alive. I think all we need to do now is go ahead and kill this idiot over here. Let's get right in his face. There are no more aliens here that I can see. 95% chance to hit. To the face. Didn't get the kill. Second shot at 84%. To the face. We get the kill. And the mission is over. Commander Arcane Cannon receives the Order of Terror, +3 bravery awarded for the elimination of 20 extraterrestrial units in combat. Unfortunately, Commando Shadowhawk and Spencer have been injured, mainly because of that grenade. Not too bad, 2 days and 4 days. The armor definitely did what it needed to. Well done, Spencer. You have been promoted to a captain, as well as getting medals, the Citation for Valor and the Service Medal. Astron is now promoted to a sergeant, and Ben Crooks gets himself yet another medal for the successful capture of a live alien command unit. Brilliant. We have our Sebillian leader sent to the research division. Not to mention, we've actually got quite a bit of cash coming in as well. Fantastic. So, we now have ourselves another base that has been cleared. A bit more money in the bank to play with. Hopefully that's going to improve relations here a little bit. Clearing these alien bases doesn't seem to improve things an awful lot. We have potentially a problem here, though, because we are trying to get our dropship back home, and there are some heavy fighters in the way. So we are definitely going to be intercepting these guys with our Marauder and our Corsairs. They should be able to take them down without any problem. 99% chance for a victory, and we did indeed take them down. Took a little bit of damage in the process, but that is not the end of the world. We have a large UFO here over North America. It does appear to have 2 fighters with it. We could potentially try to intercept that. We definitely need to use our Corsair and our Foxtrot. I'm not entirely convinced that they will be able to win that encounter. We do have a small scout over here. Can't do anything about that just yet because we are waiting for our guys to reload. And again, can't do anything about that large UFO down there. We're actually getting UFOs all over the place. Considering we've just destroyed a base down there, that's actually quite annoying. Let's see if we can go ahead and take down this seasoned scout. We are rearming with the Marauder and the Corsair. No point taking Foxtrot out. Might only take 14 minutes for the Foxtrot to get there. It might be worth having a look if it is possible. 100% chance of victory, yep, so let's just go and take that down. So at least we've taken out that site. Got absolutely no intention of dealing with it, so let's just go ahead and airstrike it off the board straight the way. Looks like that guy's leading us around a little bit. We've actually got no chance of taking that down, so we're actually going to disengage and hopefully get home without being taken out. It doesn't help matters over in... Ooh, that guy was getting a little bit close. I was getting a little bit nervous. Maybe we need to start trying to take some of these other areas out. What I could also do with as well... Area 52 doesn't actually have another defense over here. I think I'm going to get myself another plasma battery and get that building. They are quite expensive, but I can see us needing one. I can see once we start taking alien bases out now, they seem to come after us. We do have a strike cruiser, which is coming in for a bombing run. We'd definitely like to take that out if we can. I think that is this guy. Is that this guy? That's this guy over here. We definitely want to intercept you. We're currently repairing our Marauder and our Corsair, but we can't really allow this guy to carry on. Of course, I don't want to lose my Marauder and my Corsair, but bombers really need to be taken out. Strike Cruiser. I've never seen one of these guys before. Would be really nice to try and take this down over land. I'm not sure if it is going to be possible, though, because it may not even go over land. It actually has done. 100% chance for victory. We took a fair bit of damage, but we can return to base. In fact, no, it actually has been completely destroyed. So that's one of those ships where you actually don't get anything back from it. It would be nice if I could deal with some of these other things, but the chances of dealing with them with what I have is very low. Let's send out Corsair and Foxtrot after this one. Maybe enough to take it down. Alien terror attack in Los Angeles. Not too sure it matters all that much, to be perfectly honest. We've already lost North America, but we may have to go and do that anyway. So, what we probably will be doing is going overhead and doing that terror site. Before we do, though, let's just see if we can go and shoot down that UFO. and we've got a 100% chance victory to take that down, so let's do that. So on the next video, we will be dealing with that terror site. As long as we've got our dropship on its way over there, it won't disappear, so we'll prepare for that and send the dropship out at the beginning of the next video. But all in all, I think we have done things quite well. Not going to start the alien leader interrogation yet. We'll actually wait for the progress to complete on the Harridan analysis. And how's our construction going? We have 24 days and 21 hours left on the plasma rifle. Well, we're not going to need them urgently because we only really need the extra 2 when we go on an alien base run and we take 10 people. It's never a bad idea to have some spare weaponry anyway, just in case our own base gets attacked, because at least we've got some additional weaponry for all of our soldiers in that case. And we are 2 days and 4 hours away from getting our next Marauder. And we have enough money in the bank to build yet another Marauder. We definitely want to try and get as many advanced interceptors as possible now. Just looking at the roster, we still have a few injured people. Shadowhawk is at 98%, Spencer's at 85%, Peter's getting back to health as well. So we are definitely going to have a very, very powerful squad to go ahead and deal with that terror mission. So until next time, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you are still enjoying Xenonauts, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.